Hey, my friends. Sorry about the having a little technical difficulties this morning. Today, first of all, I want to tell you hi. We love y'all. Want to make sure maybe this social distancing hasn't thrown you off too bad. Letting you know this is my first time to ever see myself on a screen, and it's very strange to me. So stick with me. I want to give you a word today about your words. So let's begin. Let's turn to James chapter 1, verse 26. It says, if anyone who considers himself religious and yet does not keep a tight rein on his tongue, he deceives himself and his religion is worthless. Wow, that spoke directly to me whenever I read that yesterday. Me and Pastor David have been talking about things that people are saying, the way we're talking, the way I speak to the youth, what I say. And man, talk about preaching to the choir. It spoke directly to me. A lot of times I tell our students on Wednesday nights, make sure you are different, that you are set apart from the world and how the world is acting, how the world reacts, how the world talks, what they say, different things that they do, because we are supposed to be different. It's exactly where my mind has gone over and over the past couple of weeks as this act is played out all over the news, on social media. You hear it in the grocery store, you hear it everywhere. It seems like everybody has something that they have to say about this. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like God has given us a mind to be able to process things, to make our own opinions, to be able to really evaluate every situation that we encounter. But pay attention to what's being said, not just what's being said, but how it's being said. Seems like most everything out there now is either politically driven or many people say things out of annoyance because somebody else's views don't line up with theirs. I'm not here to tell you that any one person's views or opinions are wrong or right, or I'm not trying to convince you that maybe my ways are right, my way of thinking is right, and yours is wrong. That's not anything about what I want to say. However, I do want to make the case, especially for those of us who claim to be Christians, make sure we are biblically responsible for the words that come out of our mouths. Whether that's in a face-to-face conversation or in the day and time we live in, on the internet, what we put on the internet, what we post to certain pages and social media, because let's be honest, that's the day and age that we live in. Our words sometimes don't come verbally out of our mouths. They're on paper. Keep in mind that as Christians, everything that we say and do is going to be seen and judged by the world. And remember, as Christians, we're held to a different standard, a higher standard than what the world is. Rightfully so, for good reason. We've trained the world to view us differently than them, right? We stand out. We're supposed to be a peculiar people. As Christians, many times we don't quite grasp this, but we are supposed to show the peace and joy that comes with living with the Holy Spirit, Him guiding our every move and our thought, our words. That being said, the world tends to react to the way you react. Don't believe me? Think about this. When things happen around us and we respond in fear, many times the world looks at us, hey, they're Christians, they should be level-headed. What are they doing if they're acting in fear? I'm fearful. Or if we're at peace whenever something happens, many times they turn to us for guidance and for nurturing. It's the same way with what we say. As we talk amongst ourselves or post to the internet, we hold a special power to affect people's lives. Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Think about it. We have an opportunity every day to say something that will either glorify God or it'll fit right in with the same narrative that everybody that lives within the world, that is the world, the same narrative that they're speaking. What we say will have an impact on every person that hears it. Be biblically responsible with your words. Or as my grandmother would tell me, boy, you better watch your mouth. Okay. I want to leave you with just a few scriptures out of Proverbs, some things that as I was getting ready for this, man, it kept on time and time again as I was reading Proverbs, chapter after chapter. It seems like a lot of times it deals with um, the same different thoughts over and over, chapter after chapter. And this is just a few examples. Proverbs 12:18. Reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Proverbs 13:3. He who guards his lips guards his life, but he who speaks rashly will come to ruin. Proverbs 15:2. The tongue of the wise commends knowledge, but the mouth of the fool gushes folly. Keeps on, goes on and on. Proverbs 15:4. The tongue that brings healing is a tree of life, but a deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. Let me see here. Proverbs 15:7. That's just 3 verses down. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, not so the hearts of the fools. Proverbs 16:24. Pleasant words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. And once again, Proverbs 18:21. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. My friends, just be biblically responsible with what you say, how you're perceived, how you say the things, because we are being watched by the world. I have confidence and I'm encouraged through what I'm seeing from many of you. I just want to put that out there. I love y'all and I thank y'all for paying attention and being here with us today. Hope to see you soon. God bless.